Let's see if we can find ourselves because it's time. Oh, look, right. Look at that. Came right up first. First time around. Oh, and you can see over here on the corner, that is my recipe for what's coming. So today is Wednesday, April 19th, and it is time for Wednesday night stamping on Wednesday nights. And I have my handsome grandson right here, Declan, to help me tonight. So everybody jump on and say hello to Mr. Declan David. He is showing you his Rubik's Cube that he's trying to solve. And he does have a ketchup face. We went out to dinner. We had a little date. And here we go. So it is Wednesday. I am Laura Pinio from Laura's Cards by Design. And we are going to make some adorable cards tonight. So when you get here, jump on, say hello. Say hello so I know you're here with us. And tell me what you did today. We've done a whole host of things. We went quilting together. We went out to lunch together. We went fabric shopping together. We came back to my studio and I squeezed in a little bit of work. And then we went to dinner together. Now we're back here for our live. We've done a lot. Hey, Becky. So we're going to get going. I wanted to show you. I got these in the mail today. I was really excited about them. They're my stickers that I'm putting on my catalog packages. And for those of you that didn't request a catalog from me, there is still time. I still have a few left. I'm happy to send them out. For my demonstrator friends that are receiving their own catalog, I have a little gift for you that will be coming in the mail as well. So I'm going to show you, this is our host code for this week. How many of you took advantage of free shipping today? That's really what I want to know. I certainly did. I took advantage of free shipping, and you can see that I've been stamping on my page here, and yeah, we're doing all kinds of things. So I absolutely took, oh, good, Bethy. Hey, Beth. So we're going to start with making a birthday card. And if you sneak over here and look at the side, this is the recipe for our next mystery stamping, which will be on April 30th. This is vacation week, so I am taking time off this weekend with my grandkids. So, oh yeah, and Declan's showing you where the recipe is. But it is posted. You'll see it. It's after 7 o'clock. This is going to be our first card tonight. We're going to do a little Rhino Ready using some in colors and some returning colors.
And Apple was a ground kid.
And we're going to have fun with this. The ribbon is retiring, but that's okay. It's not retired yet. So let's get busy and make our wild birthday card. We got all of our bits right here. And here's our stamp set. This is from the online exclusive that we're going to be using tonight. I got a couple of little tips for you. I'm getting help unloading the box. Oh, Auntie says that she loves you and misses you, Declan. Don't miss out, Bethy. You want to get that free shipping, you need to be has to be in by 11:59 tonight. And I know this morning I was in the queue, but it didn't take very long. So just so you know. Yeah, I got big noise going on here. So Rhino Ready is what we're using. We're going to stamp and color our Rhino first. So here we go. We're going to start with a little bit of Memento Black ink. And I'm doing so much better because I kept calling him hippopotamus. And I know he's not a hippopotamus.
No, you have it.
So he's not a hippopotamus. But let's get him right on our paper and let's get him stamped here. I'm telling you, ladies, I have such an adorable Vanna helping me. He's right on my right shoulder. This is some dark gray granite and just going to get a little bit on the lines here and on his tail. Oh, maybe a little on his nose. Any place where I think that there might be a shadow. I mean, definitely, wouldn't a rhinoceros have a little shadow under his chin? I would. And of course, we're going to give him some black toenails. We're making him an authentic rhino tonight. And of course, he needs his knees. He needs some shadows there. Yeah, getting them right on there. And then, of course, we have a little light gray granite. And that's how we're going to color in our little rhinoceros. And I'm going to use the brush tip here instead of the chisel tip because it's a rhinoceros. We had a lot of space to cover. And here we go. Oh, yeah, we're going to need that, buddy, because we have to die cut this. You are so smart.
Boy.
This is going to be our boy rhinoceros tonight. I feel like he's a boy tonight. And I'm taking my time, but I'm not being overly careful. We are going to take our die and die cut him out with our little stamp and emboss machine. And I missed the ring around his horn. So I want to come back and get that. There we go. Just like that. Oh, I am getting all the help here. Isn't he adorable? He is just adorable. Our die is in here. Let's pull it out. Gotta get the right one. And Mr. Helper, do you have a little piece of that washi tape? May I have a little piece of washi tape to hold our rhino die in place? And then we're gonna keep on trucking.
What the heck?
There we go. Want to hold it right down there. And oh my, here we go. Auntie, you could come to Maine and see Declan for real. He's right here. He is available to see anytime. Although, have been the lucky one today because I've gotten to have a lot of one-on-one time with my favorite blue-eyed boy, and we have played. We've been out to dinner. I mean, you can't imagine all the things that we've done. So,
and I've been touching.
And tomorrow is movie day. Movie day. All right, where's our rhino? He's hiding on me. We're going to pop him right on here and run him right through. There we go. Oh, good. You're coming up this summer. Oh, thanks, Joyce, for saying it's a cute card. And we're going to pop our little rhino right out. I'm going to put our die right back. Put it right back where it goes so that we know where he is next time we need him. And let's keep on trucking. We need to make some grass because he's hiding in the tall wild grass. So I feel like that is a little bit of garden green grass. And I'm gonna do some grass about 3/4 of an inch up. And I want to try to stamp pretty close to each other because it's, it's thick grass in the jungle.
Is there anyone?
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the rhino sleeps tonight. And it's okay that I went right off the paper. And then we're going to come down below and we're going to add a little more grass. And I might be double and triple stamping because I just want to make sure that it feels like, it's thick and lush. And we're just putting that grass on any way we can.
If anyone,
Last but not least on this, we're going to add a little bit of what is this that we're using? I even forgot. Parakeet Party.
it looks like
And look, we're going to use a mini blending brush, and we're going to use a large blending brush. And can you see the difference? They both work the same. This one I washed, so it looks a little crooked, but it's not. Trust me, it is soft and supple. But see the difference? And I love them both. They're amazing. So let's get a little green on here, and we're just gonna kind of swoop it. Swoop is a word, just so you know. We're just gonna swoop our Parakeet Party right on here, making our grass greener. And I'm just, yeah, Declan's behind me going, eh. He knows me. There we go. We got a little Parakeet Party on there, and then of course behind our Hope Your Birthday's Wild, I want to add a little sunshine. So a new color for our color refresh is Lemon Lolly. It's a nice yellow, and we're just going to come in and we're just going to add a little yellow over here to kind of make it look like the sun coming down on our rhino that's sitting in the grass. Nothing big, nothing wild, but there it is. So we're going to use, and we need to use a little bit of the Memento Black to stamp our Hope Your Birthday's Wild. Because, we need to have a wild birthday. And you could even stamp happy birthday on the inside if you wanted. I chose not to tonight, but that's okay. And we're just, there it is. I'm moving things out of the way while we chat so that I don't stamp on anything else. I did cut this with the 1 1/4 inch punch. We have some punches back, and I am so excited about that. Pool party. Anybody recognize the pool party? Pool party. So right where our line is, I'm going to grab a piece of the metallic woven ribbon, and I'm just going to drop a piece on there. Just going to kind of break it up a little bit and make it look like we have lots of grass. So we need a little seal. That's what I was looking for. Need a little seal to hold that on. Very easy. It's going to look like we worked really hard on it. Do not tell anybody, and they'll never know. But we're just adding a little more interest, a little bit more dimension to our card by adding that little bit of ribbon there. And of course, you want to try to get it even. Don't do what I did and drop it, because that doesn't make it work well. But there we go. We got a little bit of ribbon on there, and we're going to snip off our back side. And of course, hey Vicky, we got to have some cute cards. We're going to put some dimensionals on here. Want to look and see where I'm lined up. Just kind of creating part of the image. Nothing wrong. Here we go. Gonna have to getting a little close to the end of this one, but that's okay because we're gonna use all the bits. We're gonna pop it right on our card base. I did put dimensionals where my ribbon comes across only because it's just an extra layer of protection to keep everything in place where I want it to be. Touching all my dimensionals to make sure I've got them lined up. Here we go. Oh, no, that was upside down. Did you catch that, girls? Yeah, that would have been a disaster. Well, no, not really. I would have picked it up. Here we go. But I do like to do things right the first time. Let's use a little bit more seal, and we're going to lay our rhino flat right over. He's hiding in the grass. We're going to come kind of like right where I feel like his neck should be. So maybe his ears are peeking out. This mesh metallic ribbon that you can color. Did you know you could color it? I just grabbed a piece, and this is a very, very tricky thing. I'm not going to make a bow. I'm just going to twist it. And I'm going to lay it right where I put that little bit of seal. I know, tricky, huh? And let's grab a couple of dimensionals on our sentiment here. And we're going to be finished with this one. Presto changeup. And with all the help I had, it didn't take us any time at all. And look, it looks just like the sun is radiating right out from behind our little sentiment that says, Happy birthday. Hope your birthday's wild. That's card number 1. We're done. Ta-da! That is card number 1. Let's work on card number 2. We're going to give into our last card is going to be our fussiest one. Our next card, we're going to use a retiring set, our Lovely You Cling stamp set. We are going to use, I'm getting all my bits out here. I used the Painted Textures 3D embossing folder and a piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock. I love that texture. The painted texture is not retiring. That's a good thing. I love these colors. We got a basic white, 11 by 4 1/4 cardstock, a little bit of Pacific Point, a piece of basic white, some strips. I save and use everything. Some strips of Pacific Point, and this looks like, yep, it's the same thing. We're going to use, this is Coastal Cabana, but that's okay. I had a little piece of, so we're going to use that. Sweet Sorbet and Coastal Cabana ink. We got some retiring red rhinestones. And we're going to use some stamps from our stamp set. I'm going to grab my nice clean, it is clean, my nice clean chamois, and because we're going to need to clean our stamp in between, wait till you see, in between our colors here. So I need that open. Are you ready? You want to see the card now that I've shown you all the bits? Look, here's our card. Just because I love this. And then I put a little couple strips of paper on the inside because I had them. We're going to just create this little jewel. So let's get started. We have our scrap of basic white. It is truly a scrap. We're going to stamp our flowers. First, let's stamp them in Sweet Sorbet. And let's not drop the stamp. And I want them to kind of float right down at the end on one side. Just holding it there to transfer that ink so we get a nice, can you see? I got a couple boo-boos, but that's okay. I rocked my stamp. And then let's come down just a skosh and put another one. Little simple stamping. I'm going to wash our, wash our stamp. You know what it's called. Wash your stamp. And we're going to re-ink in our Coastal Cabana. Coastal Cabana is going to come right in the middle, just to bring some of these colors together. We have a dancer. We have a dancer with us tonight. He is dancing up a storm behind me. I think he's playing his paper airplane. Who knows? Okay, we're going to walk across the room because I set my Pacific Point ink down and I didn't want to. I wanted to do it so we could just say, just because. A little easy, simple stamping. Just because. Lovely you. I love the font in this. I mean, what a quick, simple, just send somebody a note for no reason. I like sending notes for no reason. Surprise my friends, surprise my family. Let's look and see what we got going on here for, that's it, that's all of our stamping. What do we got going on here for bits? Okay, let's pop this together. My helper has moved on. Literally, this is a piece of cardstock that I had cut up to use. Only need one side. There we go. And let's put some pieces on here. Just a little bit of this piece looks like it's about 3/4 of an inch by 4 1/4. And then we have another piece that is, this looks like about a 1/2 inch. I didn't even measure these. I literally took them out of the box as I was cleaning up and getting ready and sorting through so that we can do all of our goods. So while I'm putting this together, I want to remind you that I do have 2 seats left for, I can't even think. I kept 2 extra kits for Stamp Camp. So if you're interested, those are available, but they will go fast. So don't delay, just reach out and tell me and you're in. Like I said, 2 kits is all I have remaining. And let's see, what else do I have to tell you? Oh, I'm getting all my goodies ready for a BOGO that will happen the same day as Stamp Camp, right here in person from 3 to 5. And we'll be live the next day at 7:30. So on Sunday, the 7th of May at 7:30, we'll be live with our BOGO items. And then there's In Color Club is available now. In Color Club gets you all of the new In Colors 1 month at a time for 5 months. You'll get ink, re-inker, you get a marker, you get all kinds of paper. That is posted right here on my page. And it's a great deal. If you want to try things, but your pocketbook says, girl, not all at once. Great way to get into your colors for this next 2 years. I always love the in colors. I think they're great. I'm just popping some of these red rhinestones on here before they retire tomorrow. No, next week. I don't know why I had tomorrow in my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to have one more. And I think we're going to put it here. We'll put 2 there. And let's put another one. Yeah. So there we go. That's our second card. It's a just because card. Simple, easy, clean lines, ready to go. What are you thinking? Aren't those bright, crisp colors? I love them. One more card. Are you ready for this? This is our detail card for the night. Also using a retiring bundle, Eden's Garden, using some retiring papers and I'm pulling things out here. We're going to use a sponge dauber. We need some crushed curry and berry burst. We are using Eden's Garden. I use the Countryside Blossoms, which is a new embossing folder. This is not 3D, it's just a regular embossing folder. See how it's much thinner than a 3D embossing folder. Still beautiful, just requires a different pattern to go together. And I just flipped I don't know what I flipped. So I've already embossed this because, yeah, I'm lazy. I didn't want to have to get up and go across the room. So that bit's done for us. We're using Bermuda Bay, more Bermuda Bay. I have a piece of Evening Evergreen. We have a piece of Pear Pizzazz. I used my die from the Eden's Garden to die cut from the Pear Pizzazz and the Evening Evergreen, the rectangular style wreath, to give us this beautiful image, not once, but we did it twice to go on our card. And isn't that delicate? I just love it. Just love that image. I'm going to miss this set so much. We've punched, we also from the center, because we had extra tape or extra paper, we did some leaves. Also Pear Pizzazz and Evening Evergreen. So those are all ready for us. They took a while, so I did them ahead. And we need some basic white. We're going to grab that. We're going to cut it because we can. We're going to cut a piece of basic white. It's a piece of scrap here. And we are going to measure. We're going to measure here. I don't remember how big we need it to be. So this is about 3 3/4. So we're going to say 3.5 by 4 3/4. That's about right. If it's not quite right, we can fix it. But let's get our guillotine. It's around here somewhere. Found it. Found it. Get all our little bits here. So we're going to go about 3 3/4. No, we're going to go about 3.5. Isn't that what I said? And then we're going to go about 4 3/4. So let's just take a chop at it here. And then we'll just hold it up and we'll kind of see where we're at. We can let's chop off our corners. We're going to be really scientific about this. We're going to give it a chop. We're going to give it a chop, and a chop. We don't mind if it shows through. We just don't want it to pop out on the end. So let's see how that looks for us. I still haven't shown you the card yet. So you're going to love it. I think we're going to trim it down about 1/4 of an inch. Trimming it on both sides so it was kind of even. There we go. Let's see how we are. Oh, that's going to be perfect on our card. Look, here's our card now. Here it is. Hello there. Well, not with the mesh ribbon on there, but there's our card. This is going to be our last one. So I'm going to pop it right up here so you can enjoy it while we're working on putting this together. We are going to use some liquid glue. We are also going to stamp our flower a couple of times. We're going to use Berry Burst, and we're going to stamp it, and then we're going to stamp it off. And I'm going to just grab a scrap here. We're going to stamp our flower, and this is a distinctive flower. I love that, to get that image once. Isn't that gorgeous? I love those colors. And then we're going to come in and we're going to, before we do anything else, we're going to grab our crushed curry and add a little bit of the yellow to the middle of our flower. And let's just tap some right in the middle there. Again, bringing some dimension and some color to our flower so that we can see what's going on here. We're going to grab another scrap of paper because heavens to Betsy, you know we got a million of them. And we're just going to stamp again. And if we don't get the whole image, I just banged the phone with my big fat head. There we go. Aw, you girls are so kind. And look at that. We just want to get some beautiful images on here. And we're going to fussy cut those out. I love using these. I love this ink. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp our hello there. But I'm going to wait and do that after we put our card together. We're going to start with fussy cutting our image here. Now, I know that not everybody likes to hand cut things, but I think it gives me great peace and great joy to just cut things out. It's like coloring. I love to color, and I can feel my body relax, the tone of my voice, my breathing. If I've had a stressful afternoon or evening, if I get out my coloring pencils and just color a picture, it just almost instantly the stress goes away. It's kind of, for me, it's therapy, just like this is. Die cutting, stamping, cutting out with scissors, talking to you girls, it's therapy for me and I love it. It just makes me relax. I'm sharing myself. I'm sharing the joy of what I love with you. So, and this is a piece of thick basic white, so it is a little stiffer when I'm cutting, which is fine, but I'm noticing that I'm feeling like I need to cut off the edges a little more often, and you do it as often as you feel you want to or need to. If you feel you have too much extra cardstock, chop it off. It's okay. The only thing I don't close my scissors until I'm reaching the end of the cut. My scissors are always open, and I move my paper, not my scissors, to help have a smoother line when I'm cutting around things. I know it kind of sounds crazy, but really, I think everybody does it. We just don't realize we're doing it until somebody names it for us. So there's not as much paper on this side, so I'm feeling like I can get in there a little better. But look, there we go. Chop it off. And this is how we doing on, oh, we're going to be way early tonight, girls. I thought, whew, I did the die cutting for us earlier, um, because I wanted to make sure we had plenty of time. And we are going to put these wreaths on with liquid glue because we want to be able to kind of move them around a little if we want to. So there's one flower. Now our flower that has the little bit of crushed curry, but it just brings them some more dimension and some more color. Flowers aren't all one color. You know that. You don't need me to tell you. So back to, yeah, it is good. But if your scissors are a little dull, Susan, you can sharpen them by taking some aluminum foil and just cutting the aluminum foil. That will help sharpen your scissors a little bit. If they're sticky, I wash mine with a little bit of 91% alcohol, let them dry really well, and then I'll trim them, cut them with my aluminum foil. It drives my husband crazy, but it works. I just take a sheet of aluminum foil, layer it up 2 or 3, 4 times, and then just cut. Just cut. Of course, you can always take them and have them sharpened. I haven't done that because remember, I'm the lazy stamper here, and it is so true that I'm lazy. That would require me to remember to take them to somebody to sharpen them. And I can't remember my own name half the time. So I don't see that happening in my near future. So I use the old aluminum foil trick. And I'm sure there are other tricks, I just don't know about them. So here we go. We're more than halfway. This is our top layer, and I am going to do something that I don't do very often, but I'm going to use double dimensionals. So I'm going to stack my dimensionals in this flower because I really want the flower to stand out like those layers to give it definition. And I don't even know what type of a flower this is. I'm gonna call it a dahlia. I don't know why. It just has dahlia leaves to me. I'm sure I'm wrong. Somebody will know what it is. I don't know. So, and here we go. We're gonna come right around our little bubbles and our last little corner. There, we got them. We got them. All right. Let's grab that liquid glue. Liquid glue, where are you? We're going to go evening evergreen first, and I'm going to put just some dots. I'm not going to use a lot. I'm just going to put dots of liquid glue on here. Just dotting it up. Guess I forgot to talk because I'm so involved in dotting. I'm involved in dotting. Oh my. Girls, it's a sad story at my house. Oh, I did ask earlier, and I didn't even give you a chance to answer me. What are you doing during school vacation if you're in Maine this week? I think Maine and New Hampshire are both on vacation, but I don't quote me on that. I'm hanging out with some pretty cool kids. That's what I'm doing. So I get some little dots on there. I'm going to put my first layer on. I have I have a pearl. I have a pearl on here. I do. I'll show you in just a second. Just kind of laying it on and moving it where I want it, and then we're going to hold it in place, just like this. Can you see my pearl? I don't know where I picked it up from, but it's pearl. That's not quite where I wanted it to be. So now that I have my first layer on here, I want to stamp my sentiment, my hello there. I'm going to ink it up really well because I want a nice, crisp hello there. And we're going to set it down. Hopefully I have it straight. Oh, you have your two grandsons? Oh, Vicky, you're so lucky. Oh, we got a little boo-boo, but that's okay. That is okay. We'll cover it right up. Nobody will ever know it's there. If you don't tell, I won't tell. Okay. So now we have our first layer on with our sentiment. We are going to lay this right on our embossed bit here. We won't see very much of the embossed paper, but it just gives it a little more interest. And I know that I've said before, I love interest in my cards. Just when you see something and then you see it again, and every time you look, there's a little more something on here. So I'm just adding a little fine splattering of adhesive. We're going to grab our card base. And of course, we can add a piece of basic white to the inside so that we have someplace nice to put a little message for somebody. Let's add our second layer of flower. Isn't this pretty? I'm going to miss Pear Pizzazz. I'm going to miss Bermuda Bay. But look at the gorgeous colors we got. We got Berry Burst back. I'm so excited. I got Misty Moonlight back, one of my favorite colors of all time. We have some beautiful new in colors, boho blue and the pebbled path, copper clay. It's just, I mean, we got beautiful colors. We got plenty to play with, and next week we will start playing with them. So I've been trying to hold off, and it's so hard. Now I'm going to angle this just a skosh because I want to be able to see those beautiful colors from both the Evening Evergreen on the bottom and the Pear Pizzazz on the top. And we're going to give them a little lift here. So while I was die cutting, I had this big piece of cardstock in the middle that I needed to do something with because you can't just have it hanging out there. So I cut a few more extra leaves, and we're just going to tuck them in. We can tuck one right in here, just like this. Get right in there, buddy. And then we'll add another one. There we go. And let's come down. Let's come this way. We don't want to cover a hello there, but we'll come down to it. Last but not least, we haven't used any Wink of Stella yet tonight, so we're going to use that. We need some dimensionals. If you were my dimensionals, where would you be? You'd be right here, where I've got all kinds of bits of dimensionals. I've cut all the edges, and we are going to layer dimensional on top of dimensional. We are really going to have some dimension on this card. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Come off. They don't have to be exactly the same size. You do want them to work together, not work against each other. And of course, if I used my Take Your Pick tool, it would work much easier, but I didn't. So I want to kind of kitty corner these so we get a little peek of that flower from both views. We've got that little bit underneath that's darker, and of course what's on the top. And I am going to just wipe my Wink Stella, because you know how I love Wink Stella. And just look how it just brightens those colors up. Just gives them a little shimmer and shine. Shimmer and shine. It was a cartoon my granddaughter used to watch. Just gives it a little shimmer and shine. Makes us happy. And of course, we're going to add this to our card. I'm going to just put a little seal on there. And which way do we want to go? I think we want to go this way. Just kind of tuck it on. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous card. And of course, we also have pearls that are retiring. Where are our pearls? If you were pearls, where would you be? You're right here. You're right here. Let's grab that take your pick tool. And I'm going to put some pearls. I'm going to pearl it up. I'm going to add some pearls that look like they're just little bubbles that are on our card. Kind of right in the, there we go. And then, of course, we have some berries in the center. So we need a couple of larger pearls. To get us right in the center of our card. And then we're going to put a pearl or two right over here. Let's put one here and another one maybe here. Just to kind of bring in some of that. So my first one, I did a little softer color. Look, on this one, our colors stand out a little bit more, but isn't that just using up bits and scraps to make our cards? So that's our third card for tonight. So we have our hello there. We have our just because. Again, using those scraps. We got straps going on everywhere. And last but not least, a wild birthday with our rhinos. Girls, there we are. We're finished before 8 o'clock. I'm going to upload these to YouTube. Tell your friends, have them go take a peek. If you haven't shopped today, I know that shipping times are a little long, but Stampin' Up! Has had the best, well, on April 4th, Stampin' Up! Had their biggest day ever. So it's all hands on deck at the Stampin' Up! Offices trying to get those orders out to you. Nobody wants orders to be delayed. Shipping time is a little bit late, but today it's free shipping. Any order that you place until 11:59 tonight is free shipping. So for free shipping, I don't mind waiting just a little bit longer. I can wait just a little longer for my card stock or whatever. And everything is going, not everything, a lot of things are going up in price as of May 2nd. So stock up on your basic cardstock that you use, your liquid adhesive, your seal, anything that you use a lot of. I stocked up on, I bet I bought 30 packages of envelopes because I use envelopes all the time. And so invest in yourself. Invest in yourself, girls. Have a great rest of your day. Go take a peek. Remember, I'm not here on this Sunday. We'll be back. School vacation, so we'll be back for mystery stamping on the 30th, but I will be here next Wednesday night for Stampin' Wednesday. Thanks for being here. Bye.